Hello. Oh, my voice is so raspy. I'm so sorry. I'm kind of sick. Hey, everyone. It's Imane. Oh my goodness, my voice is so raspy. I am sick. It's because of. I was about to say it's because of the climate change. Damn, I was about to say like the weather changes. Oh yeah, my voice. I got sick when the weather changes really spontaneously. So that's why I have this kind of a voice. But still, I can speak, and I hope that you can hear me. I hope it's a lovely voice, and it doesn't bother you when I sing. When I sing, no, I'm not gonna sing. When I'm podcasting. So yeah, it's Iman, and welcome back to Iman's podcast. Yes, you already know the name. Musings and Absurdity with Iman. Wait, I'm gonna say it really fast to see if it doesn't sound any cool or not. I mean, I don't like the word cool, but like, okay, if it does sound lovely. Musings and Absurdity with Iman. No, it doesn't sound any good. Welcome back to Musings and Absurdity with Iman. Welcome back to Musings and Absurdity. We doing? Okay, never mind. That was really chaotic. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if this is so chaotic, but yes, welcome back again to my podcast. Today it's a different topic. Today I would be talking about one of my loveliest passions, something that I would read hours of. It's psychology. So today we're diving deep into the captivating world of psychology. It's a subject that's always intrigued me. Yeah, I mean for years. I would say since lockdown, since COVID started, I was really interested in psychology. I got so bored, and I remember I was following a course that would help you to find your true core, and I really loved it. And yeah, this is how it started, how this journey started. I hope it's not boring. So you know, you already know this. The mind is like a treasure chest full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. We have the mysterious thing ever, which is the mind and the brain. Even though we seem like we control it, but at the end it controls us. It controls us because it's so mysterious and it's tricky. It's so tricky. You know, it's like you both play a game of friends, but like he can sometimes turn out to be your closest enemy. This is what I'm trying. This is sounds so cliche, but yeah. I mean, the mind. Don't trust your mind that often. I'm talking when it comes to psychology. Don't trust your brain that often. It can fool you sometimes. But I'm sorry. I got a cough, but I stopped it because I think I would. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, I coughed. I got it. Okay. So, unlike a physical box, the mind's contents are ever evolving. It's always shaping into new thoughts, new emotions, and new actions. You know that feeling when you find yourself doing something and you feel like, oh, I wasn't even thinking of doing it until I started doing it. You know, you don't get conscious of doing that thing until you do it. I mean, it happens to me all the time. And sometimes I feel like, oh, whoa, am I mentally behind or something? It happens. And I think it's normal because I've asked my friends and they told me that it happens to them too. Oh, maybe my friends and I aren't normal? No, we're normal. I mean, oh, I think so. I hope so. I believe so, but yeah, we're normal. So like, it's a normal thing to have this kind of, I mean, subconscious actions. We always have subconscious thoughts. It's always there. Thoughts are like never ending. They always cross your mind. They could be the most mysterious, cringiest, awkward thought that could come up to your mind, but still you're gonna just be like, oh, I know this could happen. I'm used to it. And for emotions, sometimes you get emotions that you can describe and emotions that you cannot describe and emotions that you don't know of, and sometimes you don't have any reason to have this kind of emotions, but it's just like, your brain and your body doing some chemical stuff, and it just glows and it creates some kind of emotion, and you're just like, oh, I'm surprised, hold on a minute. It's like when you're reading a book and it's slow burn at first, and then you got to the plot twist, but the plot twist is so surprising that you feel like, oh, wait a minute, I need to gather my thoughts on the plot twist in order to understand what's happening here. It's the same thing when you're experiencing some kind of emotions that you don't feel there is any intriguing thing that could just make those emotions happen, but you still feel them. You're like, oh, some backup history. I need some backup history. That's why psychology is here. That's why I love psychology, because it's always evolving. It's always gotten, holy shit, that's so English. So it's always have some new things into it. It's always, I'm trying to find another word for evolving. Okay, you got it. It's always there. It's always renewing itself. It's fun and it's mysterious. And you feel like if you knew another thing in psychology, you feel like, oh, and not in a manipulative way, but you feel like, oh, I'm ahead of the curve, man. But like, no, you're not. You're not. It can trick you sometimes. Trust me. Don't always play those games. Don't try to play the games. Games don't work. Okay? Because if you think that you've got the psychology to play a game, another person think that they have the psychology to play the game, and they're gonna play you. Don't do that. Don't do it, okay? It's useless. You're gonna just waste your time. Just be neutral. I just try to new things in order to know yourself and know how people... knowing body language it's a great thing. It's an attractive thing, actually. If you know how how others' brain work, and how they react subconsciously to it, and how their facial expressions and their body language corresponds to some kind of thoughts that they cross their mind. It's like you have a key to a door that you've never knew that could be opened. You don't use it to manipulate people, please, for God's sake, don't do that. But just try to help. Try to be more sympathetic, try to be more friendly to them, and don't make it hard on them. This is the goal. Don't make it hard on people, okay? So psychology isn't just a field of study, I would say. I think it's a kind of a philosophy. Yeah. And it's also a journey of self-discovery. Yeah. Because when you learn psychology, it's like any other medicine, but not to some kind of extent. If you learn about psychology, you're learning anything about you. It's not anything, but 100% of the information that you're getting would help you 100% with yourself. But when you study other medicine, it's not bad to study other medicines, but when you study another type of field in medicine, you're gonna just get some kind of exceptional things that could just work for you. Not everything, even in psychology, not everything works for you. But, it's more personal. Psychology is more personal to you than any other subjects or any field of study. Come on, if you study mechanics, damn, how? Beside gravity and any other thing that I don't know of, how could it help you? How could you just grow yourself and discover yourself from knowing that gravity exists, or physics or chemistry, yeah, I bet, even physics, but okay, never mind. So as I've delved into it, I started reading some books, listening to podcasts, or watching lectures of some famous psychologists or anyone that I found they have some great philosophy and they have a really good way of expressing their ideas. I've realized that understanding the human mind isn't just about comprehending others. Right, that's the thing. I was always considering psychology as a form of let me phrase it better. I always consider psychology to be a form of understanding others, you know? I'd be like, oh, yeah, I mean, if someone does this the sixth time, oh, it means that and that and that. It's not math. It's not math. It cannot be math. That's the thing about psychology. It's not like if you have X and Y, and you know that X plus Y equals Z, so it's always gonna equal Z. No, it can equal nothing. It can equals whatever, W, A, B, because every every individual is unique. That the equation changes itself to suit that person, you know? So like when I tried to learn about psychology first, I remember I wanted to learn about myself. And then when I started learning about myself, I found out some things that doesn't appeal to me. So I started like learning about others, and I started learning about others. I was immersed, and then I was like, oh, it's not the point. I mean, it's also about understanding ourselves, and I need to dig deep into that. And that was really motivating, actually. I felt more aware. It's like I hold the power of awareness in my hands, not fully, not totally, but it helped me. And I'm happy for that. So one of the most exciting aspects of psychology is how it can transform our lives. I've lived through that. I mean, I feel that. I mean, it's like when you knew something, you can use that information for yourself. I mean, through self-awareness, we can identify patterns. Reflecting, if you want to know how the future goes, you need to reflect on the past. It's the same thing. If you study some psychological rules and you feel like what you're really near, no, what is the closest rule that appeals to you, it means that you can navigate your emotions, you can navigate naturally. I mean, I'm not saying fully, to some extent, your emotions, your conscious, your feelings, your thoughts, and you can choose to lead those personal information in order to grow and to fulfill your life. And this is really interesting, really. And this got me so curious to the point that I've just been asking so many questions like, have you ever wondered why we do the things we do? I mean, this question always, I get this, sometimes I would do this thing, I feel like, oh, I know that this is the right thing to do, but why my mind thought that it's the right thing to do? My mind is so... I'm so sorry. I needed to cut this. And there is another question that comes up to my mind sometimes. Why we react in certain ways to different situations? Why? I mean, I don't know. I don't have any answer to this. But like, it happens to my mind. It always occurs to my mind. And I don't know the answer. I'm so curious. It's why. Psychology is endless. And knowledge in general is endless. Okay, well, that's why I think I will make from time to time episodes about psychology, and why not introduce you to new stuff or things that you've already knew about, or like you may be asking me questions and we'd be answering them, or there's so many things that we can do. It's also important to acknowledge psychology. So that's why I need I'm so interested about this. I mean, in my country, they kind of disregard, I would say Moroccans here, not all of them, but some people really disregard the importance of psychology because, they have other beliefs. And I think by doing such podcasts, I may be doing podcasts in my own Moroccan dialect, in which I would be just promoting wealth, mental health and well-being, and trying to not advertise in the real meaning of the world, but the word, but actually advertise the importance of psychology and how we should like think and believe and grasp that it plays a significant role in mental health. And I mean, stop like acting that the stress and the depression and all those emotions that people and anyone can go through are just insignificant. They are so significant. They play a huge role in your mental health and your physical health in your life in daily basis, and you need to focus on those things. Yeah, we need to break I don't know, the stigma surrounding these discussions, and we need to stop believing that if someone is ill, it's always gonna be physical. It's sometimes, and the majority of times it's always, and there is a mental problem out there. So we need to break the stigma and create a safe space to talk about topics like anxiety, depression, OCD, schizophrenia, and overall well-being. People shouldn't be ashamed to have those things, and they shouldn't be ashamed if they have some kind of, I don't know, if they have some kind of symptoms that they think they are related to any mental illness. They shouldn't be ashamed and hide their things in order to not seem crazy, because people really think that mentally ill people are always crazy, but that's not true. As someone is physically ill and we give them the support and we help them, is the same thing when it comes to a mentally ill person. We need to help them, we need to support them, we need to encourage them. This is what we need, this is what we look for. The society is growing and it's glowing and it's developing, so we need to hear people that have such symptoms not hiding their feelings and trying to make the situation even worse, but they need to be seeking help, and people who they seek help from, they need to be helping. That's it. So I'm really excited. I don't know, I sound so excited here. Whoa, I really love podcasting. I really love talking about those things. It's so important for me. I know. I love this, okay? And I know that we need to be talking about these things so much. Okay, we need to talk about them in English, in French, in Arabic, in Moroccan dialects, in any language. We need to be talking about them because people need to hear some words. They need to know things. Okay, yes. I'm so excited. So I think I have an idea. In the upcoming episodes. I don't know when. I don't know, I think we need to have guest experts to join us, share their insights and experience in the world of psychology. I hope that I could bring any guests, be it psychologists, therapists, and start talking to them about anything that involves, really, anything that involves our mental health. We need to have expert talking so that people really believe, so people really listen to the words. We need to do that. It's going to be enlightening and inspiring, and of course deeply thought-provoking. Really, I'm thinking about this. Really, I'm thinking about this, I promise. So I think we're gonna conclude this episode. I'm so motivated, man. I'm so passionate right now. So I feel bad that I'm going to conclude this. I don't want to. I don't want it to be that long. I promise I'm gonna make other episodes, okay? So buckle up, my fellow explorers of the mind. Today's episode, I wouldn't say it's wow, but I'm proud of it. I hope that you take today's episode as a ticket to a journey of self-discovery, of personal growth, and take a deeper understanding of the human psyche. Try to search, at least. If you feel like you're feeling stressed, just try at least read how people cope with this stress. Don't ignore it. If you ignore it, it's gonna build up and it's going to get much worse. Try to solve the problem, or cope with the problem, or find a way with the problem when it's still small. Okay, I hope that you do, and I hope that you take this advice. And thank you for joining me on this adventure. If you are as excited about psychology as I am, I don't know, if you like this episode too, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this podcast with your friends. Together, yes, together, we're gonna unlock the mysteries of the mind. I hope so. Until next time, keep exploring your inner world. Stay curious, and remember that your mind, even if it is as absurd as we all feel, is a treasure trove waiting to be unboxed, and try to unbox it, not fully, but like to the point that you feel like you're living your life fully. Yeah. Goodbye for now, and have a lovely night, rest of your day, morning. Yeah. Bye. Love yourself.